Section 4. Ebb, ocean of life, the flow will return. Cease not your moaning, you fierce old mother. So, to ebb, this is by the, this is his and the ocean's action, ebb, ocean of life, where it's kind of like a breathing in and out. This would be the breathing in, the inhaling. The flow will return. So pretty much as he withdrew from a kind of fullness that he had, he's saying that he recognizes that this flow will, this flow of his genius will continue. Cease not your moaning, you fierce old mother. So this is kind of like himself again relating to maybe himself as a babe, and he thinks about his mom and his dad a lot in this poem. So I think that he has a kind of smooth newness about. But why is it at the shore he's doing this, I wonder? Endlessly cry for your castaways, but fear not, deny not me. I think that he has like a sense of awe that there has been these people from the shipwrecks that have happened that caused the shore or the sea to cry continuously, and as he's leaping in thought to the fear not and the deny not, it goes back to kind of godlike phrases, a speech. Wrestle not up so hoarse and angry against my feet as I touch you or gather from you. So pretty much he's feeling kind of like he might be kind of useless here because his voice isn't really being heard. The ocean's always going to have that sound. I don't think, even though if it might be a calm night or day here where he's touching the water, it's still going to be gathered up. He's still going to gather up the sounds from the ocean, from this sense of what he calls his mother. I mean tenderly by you and all, I gather for myself and for this phantom, looking down where we lead and following me and mine. So he stopped finally by the waves, it seems, and he's actually gathering these as what he can so that this poem can be done in a good way. I think there's clouds coming in too, because of the way that the atmosphere has a sense of that it's looking down as he is looking down. So for where he's leading now would be into the ocean, and he's following it, and he wants his mom to follow him too, and also follow me and mine. Loose windrows, little corpses, froth snowy white and bubbles. And here he wants kind of an answer still to his own big self on this shore, in the fields of the seashore, and its bubbles. See from my dead lips the ooze exuding at last. Here he's actually has a kind of light. There's a kind of light that is cast upon him now, in the sense that his lips are dead, meaning that they aren't being kissed like he likes, and so there's an ooze. Ooh la la, there's an ooze exuding from his lips. See the prismatic colors glistening and rolling, tufts of straw, sands, fragments. So this is kind of philosophical in some way, with a mind philosophy, I think, because what he's seeing has to do a lot about light and how light echoes itself across the tufts of straw and the sands and the fragments. Buoyed hither from many moods, one contradicting another. And so it's philosophical because he's having these contradictions, so he's trying to get things straight out by his reason, I would say. And what he wishes to do, from the storm, the long calm, the darkness, the swell, musing, pondering, a breath, a briny tear, a dab of liquid or soil. So pretty much what he hears is now a peacefulness, and where he's standing, and the darkness has rolled in, the nighttime, and he's musing in the best way possible about the breath and the life, the briny tear, the blessing of the liquid or the soil around, up just as much out of phantomless workings, fermented and thrown, a limp blossom or two, torn just as much over waves floating, drifted at random. So he's actually now down as far as he can be in the ocean and in the phantomless workings. He has a sense of Gewortheit, I think, in this sense, in his world, a limp blossom, which means there's no bud, and it's not yet a fruit, so it was torn just as much over the floating waves, drifting at random. And he has some urges here about kind of the idea of him not knowing where he stands in the world. While he's standing in the sea. Just as much for us that sobbing dirge of nature, just as much whence we come that blare of the cloud trumpets. We, capricious, brought hither we know not whence. So he's thinking of his mom still crying, and a sweet nature, and his poetry being able to encompass it, and also not just what he sees but what he hears from these the storm coming, the swift storm coming, and he feels that he's now in a place, though he knows not how he got there, and he's spread out before you up there walking or sitting, whoever you are, we too lie and drifts at your feet. Now, to be spread out before you is kind of like that he's in a noble way spread out, I would say, because he has not really done anything wrong. He's just being there. He's being himself, wending this path that he's making at the ocean, drinking it all in, and asking finally to the reader that is at his poetry, wondering who just we are, whether we also have this sense of beauty being here, lying in drifts.